in the makeup room, but so I won't regale you there. But where were you when my car got dinged in the last couple of weeks? I mean, no
You didn't
kidding.
need me, you needed your Polaroid
Well,
dash
you
cam.
got a point. Well, Joe, of course, brings to us fantastic electronics and so many great items for the home, but this is really an idea whose time has come. First and foremost, Polaroid, we know and recognize that name as an imaging company.
Yeah, they started over 80 years ago, and they focused really all their attention on digital cameras cameras, and now it's those same optics, Shannon, that are being brought right here to our most popular dash cam, most popular brand in the last 2 years at HSN. And it's incredible. It's those optics right there that could save you from your insurance going through the roof, could save you from getting a ticket that costs you a few $100s, can make sure that your kids are driving safely, and it's all automatic, and has a little spindle that you can now swivel it around 360 degrees, and when you get into that accident, no more he said versus she said. I can't even say that. That's a tongue twister. No he said versus he said. How about you flip it around, you show the police officer right there exactly what happened.
Right.
That can save you a tremendous amount of money in case you ever get into an accident.
It is, I know Joe already mentioned this, but I'll just backtrack for a moment. Polaroid is our #1 dash cam that we sell here at HSN. And by the way, we have sold tens of thousands at the higher price. So the fact that it also happens to be our #1, plus it's the lowest price ever. It also has features that arguably you just don't find not only from Polaroid, but from other dash cam manufacturers. It is a $10 flex pay, 657063. I think, Steve, we just have the 2 colors available. I know they're all in sellout quantities because Joe interrupted his Friday night and his weekend. I got to see his lovely wife, who I never get to see in person anymore, only on Facebook, so it was worth it for me. But we have the gold or the black. Of course, the car adapter, there are 80 of the gold, balance of which is in that black. Of course, that mounting hardware as well. And what's interesting is whether you drive for a living, I actually have a friend who, the company that he works for, he's on the road. And he actually had me get one of these because if that work van gets scraped or dinged or sideswiped, and listen, I know we all like to expect the best of everybody, but road rage, you know, things happen.
Absolutely.
So not only is this eyes in the back of your head when you're on the road, it's also eyes in the back of your head when you're off the road and parking your car as well.
Exactly, parking guard is already built into it. And that's the great thing about this. Your Polaroid is 100% automatic. As soon as you turn the car on, your dash cam detects that, automatically turns on. Now, what happens when you turn your car off? Well, there's a battery that's built inside because there's a little G sensor. So as soon as somebody hits your car, boom, it's gonna wake up that dash cam, it's gonna start recording video and audio. Now you can see the person who hit your car, you can see what their vehicle looked like, and because it's 1080p, high definition resolution, you can read license plates. It's really the stuff that really matters. But I'm gonna jump in and show you my footage, because when you see what a dash cam can do, and even though this is the best price we've ever had for Polaroid, the technology, the video is stunning. So whether it's daytime, whether it's nighttime, here we are, I'm just driving down the road and I can see in my lane right here, I can see a couple lanes to the right, I can see traffic on the left. It's at 1080p resolution with that 120 degree angle that makes it perfect.
Oh,
but then
look
also
at
when
that
you're alone, like, oh my gosh, this is brilliant.
Wow.
Maybe that you're taking that summer road trip. You know, this I was seeing capturing that Florida sunset where I'm seeing millions of colors from the sun, but it's the detail not only in front of me, I can even see the sunset off my hood because it's that quality that you're seeing. But also when you're going on vacation. Did you go on a summer road trip? Did you go somewhere on spring break? Did you get a rental car and the rental car company's like, well, who's your insurance provider in case you get into an accident? This is a great thing to take with you to capture those vacation moments. My wife and I went to the Virgin Islands. I'm driving, I'm keeping my eyes on the road, but now my dash cam is recording everything for me too. And even, this is 100% automatic. Watch as we're above ground, the light is perfect. Everything is ideal. But then when I get to, almost get right there underground, you can't see anything. It is pitch black to a dash camera. But watch what happens as soon as we get under, it's like, boom, it's like the lights came on. It automatically switches to a low light situation, making it great and making it easy. But the other thing too, people are distracted. I'll talk about that in a second. But watch this woman over here. She's on her cell phone, boom. I slammed on my brakes, she slammed on her brakes. That's all it took for the dash cam to recognize there could have been a potential accident. We locked down that video clip, so now I've got it to show the insurance company or the police officer. But Shannon, I'm only going 10 or 15 miles an hour. If the two of us run into each other, that's thousands of dollars of damage, even though we're only going 10 or 15 miles an hour. But she was on her phone. And this is one of those bad things that happens really in this society, is that so many of us get distracted while we're driving down the road.
Yeah.
You know, the average distraction is only 5 seconds.
Speaking of getting distracted and dropping things.
I dropped it. But the average distraction is only 5 seconds in the United States. And that could be picking up your cell phone, checking a quick little text, are you adjusting the radio? But if you're going at 55 miles an hour, that 5 seconds, you're covering the length of a football field with your eyes blindfolded because you're not looking. So Shannon, it's more than just you know, watch out for yourself. It's watching out for those crazy drivers that are on their cell phones.
It is, you know, it almost reminds me, it's like a GoPro for your car.
Oh, exactly.
I mean, it's very similar to the little refrigerator cam that we use in the Your Kitchen show on Mondays. But quick question, because I'm gonna play devil's advocate here, and then a couple of other ideas on ways to use this. This will give mom and dad eyes in the back of their head, because I know the kids are, when we say, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? But if you've seen that little late night talk show host who does the little Broadway, they sing the Broadway show tunes. Their whole YouTube channels built around these little dash cams.
Oh, you're exactly right. There's even really super successful, it's a live show that's done via the police officers have dash cams that are in their cars. They're in police cars, they're in ambulance, they're in fire trucks. They are. Because it gets a little crazy, but I'm gonna show you how simple this is to mount to your vehicle, because all it is a basic suction cup mount. Put that anywhere that you want around that vehicle. Doesn't matter what the angle of the windshield is, and then you can tilt it perfectly for you. And then once you're done, you can have it angle forward. If you want, you can turn it around. We do that with the kids sometimes in the back of the car, because my daughter loves to sing. So sometimes I'll turn it around. And Shannon, I'll show you the footage that's on my computer. When you turn this around,
look how clear that is.
Shannon, you see everything. And so now you can see me, there's my wife on this side, on her side, the kids are in the back, but also notice I can look perfectly out that back windshield. So now also think about, are your kids taking the car for the first time? Because the car is a major investment that you worked on. You know, your kids are taking the car keys. I would say my kids are gonna hate it, but I'm gonna say, look, I'm turning the dash cam around. I'm gonna see who you picked up that's driving in the car with you. I'm gonna hear every conversation, and I'm also gonna be able to see, are your eyes on the road while you're driving?
So wait a minute, Joe. I mean, I know we're not playing the audio now. I mean, so
audio is included too.
And
so
video.
It's got a microphone, and this is the great thing about sometimes when you get into an accident. I've been in an accident. Many of us has. There's one every 3 seconds in the United States. Your adrenaline's pumping. Like, you forget a lot of details. The dash cam, it records nonstop. Even if there's no power to the car, the dash cam is still going to record about another 10 or 15 minutes. So it's going to record that the action, but also there's a microphone right there. So if that driver that hit you, they come up to the car like, I'm sorry, I hit you, it was my fault. But then the police officer shows up and their story changes.
You're right.
The dash cam is recording video and audio every second while you're on the road.
Absolutely. And you know, and not to be disrespectful, but sometimes eyewitness accounts are not the most reliable, and the videotape does not lie. I mean, we know that when we talk about our security systems that we offer here at HSN. And the really cool thing for me about this is, you don't have to think about anything, because listen, we got enough to worry about. It's like I got to pick up this from the grocery store. I got to do this before I go to work, et cetera, et cetera. So when you when you start your car, what happens?
It automatically comes on.
It automatically comes on.
Your entire setup is you mount it to the car, mounted to the windshield. We give you extra long cable. You see that little cable that runs right there. It's about 10 feet of cable. You plug that into the power adapter. Then Shannon, that's it. You are done. The memory card's already included. And the memory card, we doubled the memory. It used to come with 8 gigs.
Right, it was 8 gigs.
We doubled it now to 16. So what that does is it records the last 3 hours of your drive time. So once it fills up, then it deletes the old stuff and keeps recording the new. So the only time we need to go back to that dash cam is if you get into an accident. Is if you need that video footage. If something unexpected happens, like sometimes lightning struck the bridge while I was driving, is something unique that happens. I don't have to say, oh, you won't believe what happened when I was on the road. Your dash cam footage can show it. And I'll show you one more time on my computer.
Okay.
When you end up breaking everything down, PC or Mac, this is what everything looks like.
So it will work with
no software needed, Shannon. And as soon as you plug it in, it's ready to go. Last thing I'll show you, watch this guy drifting over to my side of the lane. He could be on a cell phone, could be reaching for a sandwich, who knows what it is. Just comes over, but it's those quick little seconds of that, him running into me. How do I prove that I was in that lane? How do I prove he was in his lane? The only way you can do it is a dash cam that gives you that true eyewitness.
Absolutely. And you know what? It's protection for you. It's protection for others on the road. It's protection for your kids. It's peace of mind. And who knows, you might capture something funny, your little own, taxi cab confession, if you will, or doing a little Broadway numbers in the back. I mean, who knows what the dash cam will see. Remember, it is double the memory. It's the lowest price in history. It's our #1 for a reason. It is full high definition. And if you want that gold, there are a few dozen. Dozen. Actually, final 4D. So no more Broadway shows, but you're going to be back throughout the weekend?
Yeah, I'm back at 8 a.m. bright and early tomorrow morning.
Sounds good.
Good seeing you, Shannon. Thanks for having me.
All right.